everybody. So today's Monday. That means it's time for family movie night. And this week we're going to talk about a Pixar film that I really love. We're going to talk about Inside Out. And the reason why I wanted to pick Inside Out for this week is I thought that it would be a really good movie if your family members, particularly children, are experiencing some emotional distress from all the things that are going around right now and going on right now. And I think that just by its sheer setup, Inside Out is such a great movie for talking to children about mental health and about how they're feeling and starting a conversation. You can see, are they feeling sad? Are they feeling angry? Are they feeling, all the other feelings, joy? And I love Pete Docter's films. I love Up. I love Inside Out, and I love Monsters Incorporated. I think they're all great. And I'm so excited for Soul coming out, hopefully sometime this year. We'll see. They haven't delayed it yet, but it's not looking great. There's a lot of reasons why I love Inside Out. Like I said, first, just the setup is so brilliant. The idea that we have these emotions in our brain, and it's not like that's the first time anyone's ever thought of that idea, but I think that they executed it so well here. And originally they had started out with more emotions. They were going to have a bunch that they were going to do, and I think they were going to have revenge, I think, or something like that. Anyway, they're going to have a bunch more, but they found that really all they needed was to have fear, jealousy, anger, joy, and sadness. Those are only 5. And I love everything about the whole setup of this movie. I love the islands of personality. And I love the way that they're all sort of continually evolving. Everything is moving. Everything is always getting torn down and put back up and changed. And I love the visuals. I love the animation. I love the brightness. I love the quality to everything, depending on where they're at. And then when it gets kind of gloomy, when they're in the dump, I guess, and you see just sort of these. It almost feels like a piece of burnt out charcoal, those globes, and you see Joy's look in her face when she sees those memories, and it's so well done, and everything just feels tactile to me, and it's this completely imaginary world, so that takes some going to about it. I also love the fact that you have 2 protagonists in this film. You have Riley and her journey as she's feeling nothing. All her emotions are gone. And so she's just this sort of blank slate. And that's something that happens sometimes in life. And I think what a brilliant way to sort of describe that and talk about it. And when she gets on that bus at the end, she looks like some kind of robot. And I think that is so brilliant. And, when she comes home and, she says, I miss home. And she finally tells her family that she cannot be their support system, that she has to be honest about her emotions as well. And it's just so great. It's so moving, in my opinion. And I think what a great lesson to teach to children, that you have to be honest with your family about how you're feeling, and that no emotion is bad, but it's just what you do with that emotion that's the problem, and that sadness is an important part of life. And I think it's really interesting the way that many children just attached themselves to sadness. That was the character that really stood out to them, and what a great thing. I love it. And I just think all the voice casting was really brilliant in this movie. I especially love Phyllis Smith as Sadness. I think she does such a good job. Really, the main 5 are excellent. Mindy Kaling as disgust, as jealousy. I really love Amy Poehler as Joy. Lewis Black was like born to play anger. Perfect casting. Bill Hader as fear. And then they managed to keep Bing Bong as such a surprise. None of us knew of his character. They kept him out of the trailers. And so when we got to see him and see his arc in the story, it made it even more emotional. And I think Richard Kind does such a great job of portraying that warmth and also the sadness of being sort of forgotten and left behind. That is just beautiful. It's also it's a movie that might seem like it is going to be too sad, but it also can be quite funny, like when they have the facts and opinions that are mixed together in the what's it called, the train of thought. And also just the whole scene when they are creating the nightmare for Riley. That's really funny, and there's lots of little jokes in there. And of course, you've got the jokes, especially at the end, with all the different motions and that they show. Like, for instance, the pizza line with the broccoli on the pizza. Congratulations, San Francisco. You've ruined pizza. First the Hawaiians, and now you. I also love all the jokes with the gum that they keep having, the triple dink gum, whatever. They keep getting the song, the ad stuck in their head. And of course, that's why it's there when they go in her mind. That is really funny. And I don't know, there's just so many funny jokes. There's so many sweet moments. I don't know how you can't like what happens with Bing Bong. I think that's so emotional and sweet and lovely. And so I don't know, I just love the movie. Like I said, I love the Islands of Personality, how they're continually evolving and changing. And you see Joy going from a spot where she believes that happiness equals fun to a much richer, deeper dimension by the end of it. And I think that that's really moving to see too. And she gets to such a low place. And so, like I said, there's two protagonists in this movie, and I think they're both really great. So it's one of my favorite all-time Pixar movies is Inside Out. I love it, and I just think it'd be a really good movie to watch right now with your family and talk about it and have fun also with it. And if you can spare it, have a few tissues when you watch it, because of course it's a Pixar movie, so it's going to do that. And so let me know what you think of Inside Out. Is it one of your favorites? Do you think it's overrated? Do you like it? Let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. And thanks so much. And thanks so much for everybody's support. As I was a little worried as I went and got tested last week, I really felt your prayers and your thoughts, and it definitely buoyed me up. So I'm really appreciative. And so please subscribe to this channel and leave your comments and your likes, and consider becoming a patron. It means so much to us right now. Like, I can't even say how much it means. And we also have our merch store, so check that out as well. And thanks again, and I'll talk to y'all later. Bye, everyone.